We will now watch the story of Icarus and Daedalus. Sit back, focus, and watch attentively. Daedalus was major architect and inventor known throughout the Greece, but that made him and his son imprisonment in labyrinth of King Minos in Crete. Facing the accusations of conspiring against the king and helped the hero Theseus in defeating the Minotaur. Daedalus was accountable for the construction of the labyrinth, therefore, he knew that an escape was unlikely. And even if he managed to escape, Crete was patrolled by King Minos' army. For several days in prison, the ingenious inventor had an exquisite idea. He asked his son to collect pieces of wood while he drew the draft of his new project. Daedalus then created a wooden frame that resembled bird wings. After gathering a good amount of severed feathers, he was able to finish his invention using beeswax and glue. He had built two pairs of enormous wings, one for him and one for his son Icarus. Daedalus wear his wings and noticed that his invention works perfectly. Icarus was helped by his father to wear his wings and get some advice. Son, do not fly too low near the sea in order to avoid having dampness steepening the frail's gearings, nor fly too high for the sun might melt the beeswax. Just stay close to me all the times. Then Daedalus and Icarus take off and leave the Crete behind. They both struggle a bit in the beginning, having the wind current, but they quickly mastered the whole flight. The view from the sky was mesmerizing. They were both in ecstasy when Daedalus realizes that Icarus was flying away from him. Feeling concerned, he yells at Icarus, but couldn't hear him. Icarus was dazzled with the flight and was flying with his eyes closed, piercing the clouds. He was absolutely intoxicated with the sensation of freedom. Icarus was getting closer and closer to the sun and suddenly perceived that the sun's heat was starting to melt the beeswax. The feathers started to fall and so Icarus began to lose control of the flight. The wings started to crumble. The fall of Icarus is now unavoidable. He falls from the heaven while his powerless father witnesses his fatal fall. Icarus violently hits the ocean waters. Daedalus flies to rescue his son, but he only finds feathers in the sea. After a long search, Daedalus finally finds the body of his son lying on the beach. Daedalus regrets that his invention has been the cause of Icarus' death. He buries his son on a cliff in the sea and flies towards Sicily, and the island was named after him.